Hey, seventh graders, happy Thursday. Happy hats off to essential workers today. Hopefully, you are celebrating with us Wilson Spirit Week by wearing your favorite hat today. I've got my little flat brim hat on because why not? Today, we are going to be talking about analyzing power in the midst of conflict. Planner reminders, you should continue reading your audiobook. Remember, you need to be done with those completely a week from today. You have a journal prompt as always, and then Flipgrid conferences if you are on the schedule for Thursdays. Random tidbit, hypnotism is banned in public schools in San Diego. I don't know why you would be trying to hypnotize someone in a school to begin with, but whatever. That's a rule there. Today we're talking about analyzing power in the midst of conflict. Your learning target is that readers notice the things a character has a power to change and the things that they don't. Your success criteria is that you can identify the historical events beyond your character's control, and you can explain how your character has power over his or her response to events and conflicts in the story. So, in historical fiction, just like in real life, characters often don't have the power to change what happens overall. So, things like to stop a war or to end tyranny. But, like characters in books, we can achieve power over ourselves. So, we can resist evil and embrace goodness, just like they do in books. So I want to point out these like little acts of humanity. This is kind of what we're focusing on today. So of course I'm going to use an example from one of my favorite movies, Beauty and the Beast, right? So in the movie Beauty and the Beast, which I'm sure you've probably, hopefully all seen because it's fantastic and a classic. In the movie Beauty and the Beast, Belle, right, is kind of kidnapped by the Beast. And so even though she's in this kind of awful situation, she can't leave the castle, she's stuck there, she shows him a lot of humanity and grace. So Belle decides to kind of embrace the situation that she's in. She treats him with kindness and respect, even though he's pretty awful to her at first. She takes care of things around the house, and in return, he took her to the library because he knew she loved to read. They end up falling in love. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it already, sorry. Right, but they show each other acts of humanity, acts of grace, and it makes things better. They choose how they respond to the situation at hand. Belle had the choice to be really nasty to the Beast because she was trapped with him, or she could be really kind to him, and that's what she chose, to be kind. And that kind of determined the fate. So just like characters in our books, they can choose how they're going to respond to a situation and show that humanity and grace. So today your journal prompt, how has a character from your book achieved power over themselves? How have they resisted evil and embraced goodness? So just like Belle resisted the evil in the Beast at first, she embraced the good parts of him. She saw the good qualities in him and she embraced that. How is the character in your book resisting evil and embracing the goodness? So maybe even an example is like you in this pandemic, or I'll use an example of me for now. The pandemic has been hard. Staying at home has been really hard, right? We've been home for a really long time. We're going to be home for another month. Ooh, I almost just spilled my coffee. Uh, it's hard to be home, right? But we have to like find the good in that. And so, like, for example, I've been cuddling with Finnegan a lot. My house is cleaner than it's ever been, and I've had time to tackle house projects and to FaceTime my friends. So I'm choosing to see the good, choosing to find the good. So how are you choosing to find the good, first of all? Take some time to be grateful today. But also, how have your characters resisted that negativity, the evil in the world, and just embraced the good, okay? That's all I have for you today. Super short and simple. As always, if you have questions, let me know. Pop onto office hours. I would love to see you, or send me an email. Write a letter to someone who's an essential worker today, and wear your hats to show support. I'll see you later, seventh graders. Have a great day.